Coming off a 4-2 victory on Tuesday against South Medford, the Roseburg Indians return to the Rogue Valley for a doubleheader against the North Medford Black Tornado. Hello and welcome to North Medford High School. Matt Jarecki happy to be with you this afternoon as the Roseburg Indians, 12-5 on the season, 8-3 in league play, take on the North Medford Black Tornado, 12-5 on the season, 7-3 in league play. This is a crucial doubleheader in terms of the Southwest Conference standings. Roseburg right now, 8-3 in league play, just a half a game ahead of North Medford. And so, if North Medford can pull off the sweep today, they'll be in first place. If Roseburg can go 1-1 on the day or 2-0, they'll end the day in first place. Roseburg already has the tiebreaker over North Medford on the season. All the way back on April 8th, the Indians pulled off a 3-1 victory at home on a Tuesday afternoon baseball game. It was a really good game for the Indians. They scored 1 run in the first inning, 2 in the second, and held North Medford scoreless through the first 5 innings. Jake Johnson on the mound pitched 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, just 1 run. It was unearned with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts across those 6 innings. Tried to come out for the 7th inning, but couldn't get it done. Cal Robbins came in and pitched to 3 batters and got 3 outs with 2 strikeouts against the Black Tornado to do the job. He picked up the save. Jake Johnson picked up the win in that matchup. Dominic Daffron, the pitcher for North Medford in that 3-1 victory. He threw 6 innings, allowed 8 hits, but only allowed 3 runs with 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Really settled in after the 2nd inning. Did a pretty good job. Easton Curtis, their leadoff man, he's back today. He's going to be the center fielder leading things off. He was impressive in that one. 3 for 4 at the plate, picked up 3 of the 7 hits offensively for North Medford. For Roseburg in that matchup, Dane St. Clair had a double in a 1-for-2 day with a couple of RBIs. Paxton Burke went 1 for 4, the run scored. In that matchup, Luke Robbins and A.J. Black each had 2 hits, going 2 for 3 in the afternoon. Danner Wirtz had a run scored plus a hit and a walk in that 3-1 victory back on April 8th. Now, Roseburg in their last game, they are back down here in the Rogue Valley on Tuesday. That was against South Medford. Again, a 4-2 victory for Roseburg. The Indians scored 1 run in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and 1 in the sixth. It was 2-2 after 3 innings after South Medford scored 2 runs in the bottom of the third. The Indians had a double steal in the top half of the 4th inning, able to take the lead and then got an extra run in the 6th inning. Jake Johnson in that game did pretty good. Pitched 7 innings, a complete game performance for Jake. 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 was earned with 3 strikeouts and no walks. Kept the pitch count low. Overall, he threw just 75 pitches in the afternoon, meaning that his recovery day is today. So he is good and eligible to return, and we're actually going to get to see Jake Johnson pitch today. It's going to be a rematch, Jake Johnson versus Dominic Daffron. It was a pitcher's duel the first time back at Champion Car Wash Field, and we're expecting another great matchup this afternoon in game number 1 of the doubleheader. This is a top 10 battle. The Indians number 7 in the coaches poll, North Medford number 6 in the coaches poll. If you look at the OSA power rankings, the Indians are number 3 out of 48 teams in the 6A ranks, whereas North Medford is number 7 out of 48 teams at the 6A ranks. Top 10 showdown here at North Medford High School. Really excited for this matchup between Roseburg and North Medford. If you're listening on the radio right now, you can head over to 541radio.com or on YouTube at 1490 The Score. We are live streaming there. We got the live video simulcast up and rolling there, so you can head over there if you're listening on the radio and would like to watch the game. Game number 2 will be about 30 minutes after the conclusion of game number 1, but a good one here today. A couple of 12-5 teams, half game apart in the Southwest Conference League. We'll see what happens in game number 1. Welcome to the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. We'll have more of the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. We'll take our first 2-minute timeout. When we return, we'll talk things over with Coach Thompson here on 541radio.com and The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Welcome back to the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Matt Jarecki here with Coach Thompson. Coach, you guys pulled off the victory on Tuesday against South Medford. What'd you like from your squad in that one?
I got a great pitching performance out of Jake that day. Tuesday, all right. It seems like a long time ago, but a trip down to Medford on Tuesday, South Medford. Jake was very good, threw minimum pitches through the game, and after the second inning, I'm not sure, allowed a base runner. So it was very effective, and we got some timely hitting. We scored in 4 different innings, although it was only 1 in each one of those innings, but we got enough and played good, outstanding defense behind him. So, yeah, good overall performance and a good win for us on Tuesday.
In that game on Tuesday, you guys scored a couple of times via the sac fly. You also had the double steal, delayed steal in there as well. How crucial is it to have small ball when you get into those tight games down the stretch?
Vitally important in high school baseball to be able to do those things too. You know, you can't count on the big inning every time out, so you've got to create some things sometimes, and the ability to bunt, the ability to run the bases and hit a fly ball with less than 2 outs, the runner on third to give us a chance to score on a sac fly are all very important, and something these guys spent a lot of time working on and came through for us on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned Jake, how excellent he was. He faced the minimum after the third inning. Really, that was the only inning that he had trouble in, and he kept the pitch count low. It looks like he's going to get the start again tonight. How huge is that for you guys in this crucial doubleheader?
You know, that just kind of how it worked out on that day. That certainly wasn't anything we thought about going into that. We're just sticking with our plan, you know, with the Tuesday and Saturday guys, and then when the game ended, and we were where we were with pitch count and the ease of which he went through that game with, you know, not much traffic there in the late innings. So to get him back and have a chance to get on the mound here today is certainly a good thing for us, hopefully, and we'll see how that plays out.
Heading into this matchup, you and North Medford, about a half-game difference right now in the Southwest Conference standings. How crucial is this doubleheader in perspective of Roseburg baseball over these past few seasons? How important is this weekend?
No, it's always important whenever you play anybody on a weekend. You know, every doubleheader in our league is a big one, and certainly this one with North, doesn't matter what year it is, has always been a good doubleheader and a good ball game. Through the years, we've played some tight ones and some good ball games down here and up at our place as well. So, yeah, quality opponent, and once again, a very tough league. So, yeah, North's playing well. They split with South earlier this week on their doubleheader, and then they didn't have a midweek game. They were off this week on their Tuesday game. So, they're coming in fully rested and ready to go. I'm sure they're ready to play as well.
On Tuesday, you gave us a great story about Blake Keatsman and his performance at Harry and David Field. How about this field, Jim McAbee Field? What fond memories do you have here?
Well, that's a good question. We played here a lot, like I said, and going even back further than that would have been around that same time, 05, 06 or so, one of our first times down here, and they were a very good club and had some outstanding players. North Medford did, and that was first couple years of my time at Roseburg, I guess, back in those years, and we came down, and I remember the first time we beat North Medford here at home in a good ball game and a close ball game, and we had a couple guys hit a couple balls out that day, as I recall, Aaron Buxton and Dusty Pregame back in those days. Good memories there, and that was a good win for us, an important win for us to to take one from them early on back then, and that kind of started our run there in the 05, 06 to through 012, 13 with some outstanding games with some very good North teams as well, and some very good doubleheaders through the years down here as well. So yeah, we have a lot of good memories here, and a lot of times we came down here and North Medford, put it on us. So you never know what you're going to get, and it's a great place to play. And once again, North is confident and very good, and we'll have to play well to give ourselves a chance here today, and hopefully we can do that.
You guys have already played North Medford this season, pulling off a 3-1 victory back at home. What do you hope translates from that game into this doubleheader?
Same type of thing. We played outstanding defense that day, limited their offensive opportunities, as I recall, and looking at the game back then, that's been a month or so ago, so everybody's different now. We're a different club. I'm sure they are too. So if we can get the quality pitching and starting pitching on the mound again today and play solid defense behind it, I think we're going to be okay. Offensively, we'll have to create our own chances like we did on Tuesday, hopefully, and we get guys on and hopefully have a chance to push them across. So the formula doesn't change no matter the day or the game or where you're at in league or where you're playing in league, at home or on the road against whoever you're playing. So we've got to be able to do those things to give ourselves a chance to be competitive in all the games we play, and hopefully that happens here today.
Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you.
So that was Coach Thompson ahead of this matchup against North Medford. Pretty good game happening this afternoon, and we got two of them. So really looking forward to this one. Looking like we're going to start a little bit early, as they've already announced the starting lineups and already have taken the field, as the North Medford Black Tornado are wearing red jerseys today, black caps with black numbers, white trim on the jerseys, white pants for the Black Tornado. Roseburg today going to be wearing their black jerseys, orange Roseburg written across the chest, with their black caps with the orange R on it, and gray pants. So stepping in the box is Paxton Burke, Dominic Daffron on the mound. Dom winds and delivers. First pitch is swung on and missed, and we're underway a little bit early. No balls and a strike, getting started at 11:58. Currently right now it is pretty overcast as Burke whiffs on the second pitch to him. No balls and 2 strikes. Currently it is 49 degrees and overcast. Was drizzling a little bit on the drive down from Roseburg. Also drizzling a little bit when we got here. 0-2, and it's outside 1-2. Set up the pop-up tent today to protect the equipment. So far, it's done pretty good. Not a ton of rain, and we're hoping it stays that way. 1-2 pitch, Burke fouls it away and stays alive. Top of the first inning, Indians batting. Here's Paxton Burke, the shortstop, leadoff hitter all season long. The lefty hitter takes a curveball outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burke this season hitting .429 on the leadoff spot. He's been an impressive hitter. Junior sees the 2-2 miss up and away. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes from Daffron. So .429 average, .536 on base percentage with 24 hits and 20 singles. Burke swings and pops it up out towards left field. On left field, Colton Miller makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 out, nobody on, and in steps Dane St. Clair, the left-handed hitter. Dane, the senior, first team All-Southwest Conference outfielder a year ago. Swings at the first pitch and dribbles it foul to the left side. No balls and a strike. St. Clair this season up in the batting average to .286. A little bit of a sluggish start, but he's starting to find the swing a little bit towards league play. Takes up and away, 1 ball and a strike. Daffron winds. 1-1 pitch. Up and away. 2-1. So Daffron got the start the first time through against Roseburg. That was back at Champion Car Wash Field. 6 innings pitch for the righty. Delivers a pitch that's fouled back off the netting. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts for Daffron, who's been the leader this season for the Black Tornado. 2-2, St. Clair swings and drives it towards center field. In a few steps and making the catch is Easton Curtis for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down to start. And it now brings up Cal Robbins. Robbins, the team leader in batting average this season. Swings at the first pitch. 0-1. It was a nice pitch from Daffron down low, and it was Robbins going whiffing. 23 hits this season for Cal. A lot of them extra base hits as he swings and pops up the ball out towards the first base side, and it'll go out of play. He has 9 singles, but 6 doubles, 5 triples, and 3 home runs this season. More extra base hits than singles this season for Cal. Called strike 3. Daffron paints the outside corner, and that'll do it for the Indians in the top of the first inning. 3 up, 3 down they go. We're heading now to the bottom of the first inning. The score is 0-0 here at North Medford High School's Jim McAbee Field. 1 minute timeout. When we return, we'll get you the starting lineup for North Medford here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Bottom of the first inning, starting lineup for the North Medford Black Tornado. Easton Curtis leading things off. Dominic Daffron, the pitcher, batting second. Brady Patterson, the catcher, batting third. Mason Baker, the DH, in the 4 spot. Colton Miller, the left fielder, batting fifth. Ben Morgan, the shortstop. He's batting 6th. Cade Pedersen, the first baseman, batting 7th. Austin Warren, the third baseman, batting 8th. And Tate Snyder rounds out the North Medford starting lineup. He's the second baseman. Defensively today for Roseburg, it's the same lineup that they rolled out against South Medford on Tuesday. A.J. Black in left field, Dane St. Clair in center, Fletcher Coleman in right field. In the infield, left to right, Cal Robbins at third, Paxton Burke the shortstop, Caden Austin at second base, Dan Wirtz at first. Catching today is Amos Bowers, who's being hit for today. The DH is Luke Robbins. So Jake Johnson gets the start for Roseburg. Senior right-hander, second team All-League selection a year ago. He's had a great start to his senior season. Into the box is Easton Curtis. First pitch goes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. So Johnson gets the start today. Back-to-back starts for Jake after starting the game against South Medford on Tuesday. The right-hander winds and delivers. It's lined on 1 hop towards first base. Diving play on a slide, I should say, by Danner Wirtz as he knocks it down and taps on the first base bag for out number 1. So it brings up Dom Daffron, pitcher today. 2-hole hitter for the Black Tornado. Righty versus righty matchup. First pitch. Breaking ball in the zone for a strike, 0-1. Looks like the camera is trying to refocus every now and then. We'll try to fix that in a second. Johnson delivers a pitch down low, 1 ball and no strikes. It's always a little tough as it feels like it's trying to focus on the netting instead of the field. So we'll try to work on that as we move along in this game. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out, nobody on for the Black Tornado. Johnson, another beautiful breaking ball that comes in the zone for a strike, 1-2. And when Jake's clicking like that, it's typically a good afternoon for the Roseburg Indians. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Another off-speed pitch, this time belted foul. We'll do the 1-2 one more time. So Johnson gets the start. This is 8th start of the season. He's 5-1 on the year. has an ERA of 3. The 1-2 pitch popped out of play. Center field right now, you see a big Delta airplane flying in. You got the Medford Airport not too far away out towards the right field side. Occasionally get that sight here at Jim McAbee Field. 1-2 pitch, a little bit low and inside. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 0-0 the score here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 out, nobody on with the 2-2 count. Jake finds a pitch he wants, gets the grip and lets her rip. It's grounded right back up the middle, off the glove of Johnson. Fielding it is the second baseman, Austin. 1 hop throw to first base, can't be picked by Wirtz. As it's going to go down, as I believe an error. We'll see what they rule it here. The home ballpark. Actually put it down as a hit, so runner at first, 1 out. As Daffron gets aboard, wins the pitcher-on-pitcher battle. So Brady Patterson going to come to the plate. Patterson, a left-handed hitter, takes a breaking ball and now pops it out of play. 0-1. 344 down the left field line, 331 down the right field line, and 380 to dead center field here at Jim McAbee Field. Wind softly blown out towards left field. Not a ton of breeze today. Breaking ball popped in the air out towards the left side. In foul territory, Robbins lost the hat and lost the ball at the same time. It dropped right in front of him. Tons of space in foul territory. But he couldn't track down the foul ball, and now it goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Out of the stretch, Johnson comes set. The 0-2. Down and away with the fastball. 1-2. Daffron just 1 stolen base on the season for North Medford. It's a North Medford squad with 20 stolen bases as a team on the season. Throw back towards first base. It gets away from Wirtz, but he's able to collect it and keep Daffron at first base. One ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Johnson. Up and away. 2-2. Johnson, 40 hits given up this season. 24 runs, only 18 of them earned. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. Throw down towards second base. Beautiful throw from Bowers, and he gets him. Strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. As Johnson picks up his first strikeout, and he sends North Medford down in order in unique fashion. 1 hit, no runs, none left stranded. We're heading now to the top of the second inning. The score is 0-0. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball. You're on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the second inning, it is 0-0 the score. Indians 1-2-3, they went in the top half of the first inning. Now coming up to hit Jake Johnson to lead things off. The pitcher comes up to the plate to face off against his counterpart, Dominic Daffron. Daffron won the battle in the bottom half of the first inning. He had an infield single. And now Johnson has an opportunity to get a hit off of his counterpart. First pitch, Daffron misses way outside. 1 ball and no strikes to the right-handed hitter, Johnson. Jake this season, a .426 hitter, 23 hits, 18 singles, 3 doubles, and a triple. Takes a pitch down low. Now 2 balls and no strikes. So Jake Johnson, Luke Robbins, and Danner Wirtz. Batters 4, 5, and 6 for the Indians. 2-0 pitch, chopper to the left side. Fielding it on a backhand is Morgan, the shortstop. The long throw to first base in time to retire Johnson for out number 1. It's 1 out, nobody on, and Luke Robbins will come to the plate. Robbins, the DH once again. Again, this is the same lineup that Roseburg ran out on Tuesday against South Medford. Successful lineup that allowed the Indians to win 4-2. Swing and a miss at the first pitch by Robbins, 0-1. Trying to continue the success here today against North Medford. 0-1 pitch is fouled away, 0-2. Couple of Southwest Conference doubleheaders happening today. You got Willamette at South Eugene, and then Sheldon's over at Harry and David Field, facing off against the Panthers. The 0-2, it's a little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robbins, a .367 hitter, and he's going to have a higher batting average as he grounds it under the mitt of the third baseman, Austin Ward, and he'll reach first base safely with a base hit. So first hit of the game for Roseburg goes to Luke Robbins. Runner at first. Oh, wow, they're actually going to put it as an error. I don't know. Never hit the mitt. It was a backhand play. I would credit it as a hit. I'm still going to put it down as a hit. First pitch in for a strike to Danner Wirtz. Out of the stretch, Daffron delivers a pitch that's popped in the air out towards right field. Over is Peyton, the right fielder, who makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs, a runner at first, and it brings up A.J. Black, the left fielder. 7-hole hitter today for Roseburg. Right-handed hitter in the box. Daffron's pitch to him. Grounded to third on a knee. Warren fields the throw to first base. And a stretch is made by Patterson for out number 3. Well, the Indians get their first hit. They leave one stranded. No runs and no errors. We're headed to the bottom of the second inning. The score is 0-0 here at Jim McAbee Field. 1 minute timeout here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the second inning, the score is 0-0 here at North Medford High School. Jake Johnson allowed one hit, but faced the minimum after a strike him out, throw him out, end to the bottom of the first inning. And now the Black Tornado will come back up to the plate with batters 4, 5, and 6, Mason Baker, Colton Miller, and Ben Morgan. Here's Baker, the DH today. .327 hitter on the season, has a total of 16 hits, 6 RBIs with 4 doubles. First pitch to the right-handed hitter is outside. 1 ball and no strikes from Johnson. So back-to-back starts for the first time this season for Jake. Typically a midweek guy, but gets the start on this crucial Saturday. 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1, and this is a big game number 1 for Roseburg. If they win game number 1, they will at least leave today in first place, but if they are swept today, then they'll end up in second place, maybe even further down. And Sheldon's also in action and just behind the Indians in the standings. This one fouled away, 2-1. Right now in the Southwest Conference, you got Roseburg in first place, 8-3 on the season. North Medford 7-3, so just a half game behind Roseburg. And 1 full game behind the Indians is Sheldon at 7-4. Johnson misses upstairs. Now 3 balls and a strike. Nobody on. And no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. So 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Johnson. Up and inside. It bends Baker backwards, and he'll take the base on balls. So runner at first to start here in the bottom of the second for North Medford. Colton Miller, the left fielder, comes up to the plate. 5-hole hitter, righty, will come in. Cal Robbins, the third baseman, inches in a little bit with his toes on the grass, maybe anticipating a bunt. Both these teams unafraid to play small ball. We saw it the first time through, and a bunt is shown. Breaking ball high as it's pulled back by Miller. North Medford this season, a team that has 15 sacrifice hits. Compare that to Roseburg. The Indians have 9. Johnson steps off the mound, throw back towards first base, and he's going to get the runner. Oh, no, they're going to say a balk. So the umpires are going to discuss this one together. The first base umpire ruled it a balk. Looked like, not going to lie, I missed it as I was trying to navigate the scoreboard and put a ball up there. But it looked like Johnson stepped off the mound, threw back towards first base. They were going to get the out, but then the first base umpire pointed at the runner to go to second base. So he called the balk, and now the 3 umpires are all converging, trying to get on the same page. So the umpires have broken. Kerry Curtis, the head coach of North Medford, is now on the field talking things over with the umpires. Troy Thompson has not emerged from the Roseburg dugout. He seems content to allow this to go. Oh, they're going to call him out. So the North Medford fans not happy about it, but there is an out on the board on the pickoff. So Mason Baker is out on the bases, so 1 ball and no strikes after the pickoff. Johnson back to the windup. 1-0 pitch. Just misses the zone. 2 balls and no strikes to Miller. So with the runner off the base, Robbins backs off a little bit off the grass at third base, standing in the dirt. This one's chopped up the middle off the mound. Knocking it with his glove is Berkey, collects but has no play at first base, as it's going to be an infield base hit for Colton Miller. 2 hits today for North Medford, both of them infield hits. So runner at first, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the second inning, 0-0 the score. And now Ben Morgan, the shortstop, comes up to the plate. Johnson back to working out of the stretch. The righty looks towards second, now comes to the plate. Swing and a miss by Morgan, 0-1. Morgan, a 152 hitter this season for North Medford. Takes a slider inside, 1-1. Really fun to sit here and broadcast at Jim McAbee Field where we're set up today. You can certainly see the movement on Johnson's breaking ball. Champion Car Wash a little bit more elevated, and so you don't get to see the break as much. Here, you see it pretty clear. Pitch just a little bit outside. 2 balls and a strike. When we were at South Eugene, we were a little bit set up towards the side, and so not necessarily the best view behind the plate. As there's a throwback towards first base. Sliding back there safely is Miller. But here we're a little bit elevated in the bleachers and got a great view of the pitch coming in. 2-1 pitch. Popped in the air out towards the first base side and out of play. 2-2. Cloudy, overcast day with a slight breeze out towards left field in Medford. A lot of people wearing jackets and have blankets on still here in the month of May. 2-2 pitch. It is lined foul towards the third base side. A lot more chilly than it was earlier this week. Though it was really windy on Tuesday at South Medford. I mean, really, really windy. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout for Johnson. Picks up his second strikeout and puts 2 outs on the board here in the bottom of the second inning. Brings up Cade Pedersen. Runner at first, and this 0-0 game. Throw back towards first. Diving back there safely is Miller. So Pedersen at the plate, a left-handed hitter. Another lefty in the lineup for North Medford. Swings through the first pitch. 0-1 from Johnson. It was so windy on Tuesday that there was a play towards center field where it was hit towards dead center, and the center fielder had to run basically into the infield to make the catch. The 0-1. Breaking ball, catches the zone on the inside part of the plate. 0-2, a nice pitch from Johnson. As it broke inside to the left-handed hitter, a tough play. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Johnson. Grounded through the 3-4 hole into right field. A base hit going first to third is Miller. The throw from right field from Coleman's cut off. Throw to first base. As back at first base safely is Pedersen. So the second hit of the inning will put runners on the corners from North Medford as the Black Tornado are threatening here in the bottom of the second inning. So now Austin Warren will come to the plate. Warren just a 161 hitter this season. Total of 5 hits and 31 at-bats. Big opportunity here for number 6. First pitch, breaking ball in the zone. 0-1. Johnson is clicking today with the breaking ball, which is a good sight for Roseburg, although North Medford has hit him pretty well with the 3 hits. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Found back. Johnson gets ahead, 0-2. Opportunity here for his 3rd strikeout. Breeze picks up momentarily in Medford. No balls, 2 strikes. Johnson's pitch. Swung on and miss. He gets his 3rd strikeout and he gets out of the jam. North Medford leaves 2 stranded after 2 hits, no errors, and no runs. We're heading to the top of the 3rd inning. The score is 0-0 here at Jim McAbee Field. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Top of the third inning, 0-0 the score here at North Medford High School. First pitch is fouled away by Fletcher Coleman. Top of the third, Fletcher Coleman, Caden Austin, and Paxton Burke. So 8-9-1 due up for the Indians. 0-1 is up and away, 1 ball and a strike. Special thanks to our sponsor, Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com as the 1-1 pitch is laced out towards left field, and making the catch is the left fielder, Colton Miller, for out number 1. You can call 541-459-1545 to contact Barnes Heating and Cooling, one of our proud sponsors. So 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Caden Austin is swung on and miss. Pitch in the dirt from Daffron. 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball inside, but it's called the strike. 0-2. Really tough play for a right-handed hitter. Starts in the right-handed hitter's box and then comes to the plate. 0-2 pitch. Fastball freezes Austin. A strikeout for Daffron. And quickly 2 away. Second strikeout for the right-hander. And the right-hander who's headed off to Lynn Benton Community College next season, the future Roadrunner. Has his second strikeout, both of them backwards Ks. Now Burke to the plate, swings and drives the ball towards left field. It's trailing off to the left side of the line, and it lands foul. So no balls and a strike to Burke, who's 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his first time up. Burke went 1 for 4 in the win against North Medford. The beginning of April, on April 8th, went 1 for 4 with a run scored in the 3-1 win for Roseburg. No balls and a strike. Pitch from Daffron. Fouled back. 0-2. Got the nice, beautiful, bright trees out towards center field and right field here at Jim McAbee Field. The 0-2. Grounded to the left side, deep in the hole. The shortstop Morgan can't backhand it. So Burke is going to reach first base safely with a hit. Would have been a tough play for Morgan, even if he fielded it cleanly and threw it across with Burke's speed. So the Indians get their second hit. And they'll continue the inning. So a runner at first, 2 outs, and Dane St. Clair comes to the plate. St. Clair 0 for 1, flew out to center field. Burke back towards first base safely. 4 stolen bases this season for Paxton, second on the team. As the first pitch comes in, a strike to St. Clair, 0-1. 0-0 the score. Indians trying to spark a 2-out rally. Strike first. No balls in, a strike. The pitch to St. Clair, line to center field, a base hit. Burke's going to stop at second base as Curtis collects in center field. So back-to-back singles put 2 aboard for Cal Robbins, the slugging sophomore. And the Indians, for the first time today, have a runner in scoring position and an opportunity to take the lead. So 2 on and 2 out. Robbins swings at the first pitch and chops it to the third base side, foul. 0-1. Robbins struck out looking his first time up. The righty went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts against Daffron back on April 8th. So still looking for his first hit of the season against Dom. Cal, a transfer from Douglas High School, his first season at RHS. The 0-1 outside in the dirt, 1 ball and a strike. Got a pitcher's duel today, Dominic Daffron versus Jake Johnson. 2 of the best pitchers in the Southwest Conference, and so far it's lived up to the hype. No runs on the board. The Indians are threatening. 1-1 pitch. Robbins frozen. He takes a strike. Nice fastball on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Daffron. St. Clair leads off from first. Burke at second. Speed on the bases. 1 ball and 2 strikes the pitch. Robbins takes inside. 2-2. North Medford fans liked it. Home plate umpire did not. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Daffron set. The pitch in the dirt. Throw down towards second, and Burke's going to take off towards third, and he gets to third base safely. So now runners on the corners with a full count. Looked like Cade Pedersen and Austin Warren communicated about something. The corner infielders. 3-2 pitch. Robbins grounds it to third. Pass to diving Warren into left field. It's a base hit that scores the game's first run. Throw to third. St. Clair tries to get there safely, and he does. Robbins takes second with the throw going to third. So the Indians take the lead 1-0 thanks to the bat of Cal Robbins. And now the Indians have 2 runners in scoring position and a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. So the inning continues. It was 2 quick outs. And all of a sudden now Jake Johnson has an opportunity to help himself out as the pitcher comes to the plate and takes the first pitch outside. 1-0. So St. Clair at third, Robbins at second. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. Johnson fouls it off. 1-1. Jake went 1 for 3 with an RBI against Dominic back on April 8th. Chance for 2 RBIs. 1-1, grounded right back up the middle. A nice play by Daffron to field it on the mound and throws to first base to end the inning. But not before the Indians can get 3 hits with 2 outs. They leave 2 stranded but score 1 run with no errors defensively for North Medford. The score is 1-0. Roseburg with the lead. We're headed now to the bottom of the third inning here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Bottom of the third inning, the score is 1-0. Roseburg with the lead. Special thanks to our sponsor, Dr. Lance and Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call 541-378-6694. The Indians leading 1-0 as we see another airplane fly over the center field wall out towards right field. This time, a United plane, not a Delta plane. Always fun to see here in Medford. Bottom of the third inning, Jake Johnson returns to the mound. Indians leading thanks to the RBI single by Cal Robbins. First pitch from Johnson is a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes. Tate Snyder, Easton Curtis, and Dominic Daffron, batters 9, 1, and 2, due up. Johnson's 1-0 is fouled away, 1-1. Another nice breaking ball from Jake. So far, North Medford, they have 3 hits, but no runs to show for it. They had 1 hit in the first, 2 last inning in the second. But Johnson's been able to navigate his way through traffic with 4 base runners allowed, but no runs. 1-1, popped in the air, out of play towards the first base side. Looks like A.J. Black's family tried to make the catch, but they could not. Looks like maybe his dad said Black on the back, so I assume his dad. He reached over the fence and tried to make the catch barehanded, but could not. 1-2 pitch is in the zone, called strike 3 as Johnson picks up another strikeout, this time his 4th. Snyder goes down looking, his first looking strikeout of the day, 4th strikeout overall, so now nobody on and 1 out for Easton Curtis. Breaking ball from Johnson in the dirt, 1-0. Curtis grounded out to first base his first time up. Leadoff hitter is 0-1, went 3 for 4 at the beginning of the month against Roseburg. 1-0 pitch, another slider, and this time catches the low outside corner to the dismay of North Medford fans. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson winds, fires. Popped in the air, pretty deep out towards left field. A.J. Black goes towards the line, trying to track it down. He reaches up and he makes the catch. No. Oh, yes, he does, for out number 2. A little confused as the umpire on the third base side pointed that it was fair, not that it was out. But he did make the catch out in left field, so quickly 2 away. So nobody on, 2 outs, 1-0. Roseburg with the lead. Pitch comes inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Bottom of the 3rd inning. The Indians leading by 1 in this crucial game number 1 of the doubleheader against North Medford this afternoon. 1-0 pitch from Johnson. Fastball in the zone. 1-1. Catches the low outside corner once again. That's a favorable spot for the pitchers today going up against the right-handed hitters. Been consistently the full curveball. Wish we had the TrackMan here. Was calling baseball for the Springfield Drifters the last 3 summers. We have the TrackMan baseball technology where you could see how much break a pitch had, and love to get the statistics for Johnson, as this one is fouled back, 2-2. It was cool. Bridger Holmes, a guy that went to North Bend High School out on the coast, who played for Oregon State, now is in the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim's farm system, playing in the California League. He had a whipping sweeper that had 24 inches of horizontal break, no vertical break, as Johnson sits down another batter. He picks up his 5th strikeout as he gets Daffron swinging for out number 3. Through 3 innings, Jake Johnson, no runs and 5 strikeouts. We're headed to the 4th. It is 1-0. Roseburg with the lead. You're listening to Indians Baseball here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Top of the 4th inning, it is 1-0 Roseburg with the lead. Knight Jarecki happy to be with you this afternoon as the first pitch from Dominic Daffron here in the top of the 4th drops in the zone for a strike to Luke Robbins, 0-1. Luke Robbins, Danner Wirtz, and A.J. Black due up, batters 5, 6, and 7. Robbins swings, drives the ball towards right center field in the alleyway. Curtis tracks it down to make the catch for out number 1. Long sprint, but successful for Curtis as Robbins ripped it. Couldn't get it to drop, so 1 out quickly here in the top of the 4th inning. Special thanks to our sponsor, DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. First pitch to Danner Wirtz is popped in the air out towards right field. Over a few steps towards his right is Jake Payton. Makes the catch for out number 2. So it brings up A.J. Black. 2 outs, nobody on in this 1-0 game. Black swings and fouls it away over the dugout of the Indians. Again, a cloudy, overcast day. Still have not broken 50 degrees here in Medford. The 0-1. Black fouls it back, 0-2. Again, a lot of fans wearing jackets. See some fans wearing blankets. It's a little bit brisk, especially with the breeze that you get in Medford. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, a little bit high. 1-2. So the Indians still leading 1-0 thanks to the base hit from Cal Robbins last inning. The only blemish in the game for Daffron as Black fouls it away. We'll do the 1-2 again. It was 3 straight hits with 2 outs. The top of the order, Burke, St. Clair, and Robbins. Single, single, single to bring in a run. 1-2 pitch. Black takes low and away. 2-2. Good amount of fans have found their way to Jim Maccabee Field for this one. A decent amount of Roseburg fans to the right of me. 2-2 is popped in the air towards center field. Easton Curtis squeezes the mitt and makes the catch for the final out. 3 up, 3 down, the Indians go. We're moving now to the bottom of the 4th inning, halfway through this game. 1-0, Roseburg with the lead here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Johnson, this is high, 2-0. Been battling Wi-Fi on the road so far this season. Going to try to switch the Wi-Fi to another hotspot for at least the computer during the half inning, as Johnson gets a slider to come in for a strike right at the letters, 2-1. So hopefully we're streaming live once again after a brief stoppage. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch from Johnson, fouled back, 2-2. So after a leadoff double, the runner advanced to third on a mistimed throw towards second base. Found its way to center field, allowed the runner to advance to third. Back-to-back strikeouts now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson set at the waist. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! 3 straight strikeouts. Johnson's up to 8 on the day through just 4 innings. And after the leadoff double, Johnson leaves a runner stranded at third. 1-0 the score. Roseburg with the lead. We're headed to the 5th here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
First pitch is in for a strike to Paxton Burke here in the top of the 5th inning. Burke swings and misses, now falls behind 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Burke. Still working at trying to get that other Wi-Fi set up. Burke swings and fouls off the 0-2 and stays alive against Dominic Daffron. Top of the 5th inning, 1-0. It's Roseburg with the lead. Top of the order due up as it's not even Burke, it's Fletcher Coleman at the plate, I should say. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Been a tough stretch for us on the road. The 1-2. Burke fouls it off. Stays alive. So we'll continue to try to fix the Wi-Fi issues, and hopefully game number 2 streams a lot smoother. 1-2. Up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch. Coleman takes low. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's full count. Payoff pitch is lifted out of play towards the left field side. Special thanks to our sponsor, Cascade Community Credit Union. Belong to Douglas County. Payoff pitch. Coleman again fouls it away towards the left field side and stays alive against Daffron. 1 run for Roseburg. It came in the 3rd. It was Cal Robbins who was able to bring in a run. A 2-out rally for Roseburg. Three balls, 2 strikes. Coleman takes a walk. Pitch was low, and North Medford fans unhappy, but in my opinion, looked like the right call. Now brings up Caden Austin. Austin takes the first pitch in the dirt, taking off towards second as Coleman. The throw towards second a little bit high. And so Coleman's able to advance to second. So runner in scoring position with a 1-0 count for Caden Austin. So the ball gets away from the catcher, Patterson. And so now a runner in scoring position for Roseburg. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch is popped in the air behind the plate, and unable to track it down is Patterson as it dropped right in front of him. 1 ball and 1 strike. So top of the 5th inning, 1-0 Roseburg with the lead. It's been the pitching duel that we expected this afternoon from Dominic Daffron and Jake Johnson. 1 ball and a strike with a runner at second. Nobody out in the top of the 5th. The pitch from Daffron is cut on and missed by Caden Austin. 1-2. Daffron, the Lynn Benton Community College commit, future road runner. 1-2 delivery. Called strike 3. Strikeout for Daffron. That's his 3rd. Puts an out on the board as the top of the lineup comes up with Paxton Burke. So here is Burke officially for this inning. Burke swings and fouls off the first pitch to him. 0-1. Burke 1 for 2 today, a single plus a run scored. That came in the 3rd. Takes up and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Popped in the air out towards left field. Giving chase is Miller. Keeping him going towards the wall, and he makes an over-the-shoulder catch for out number 2. Tagging and advancing to 3rd is Coleman. A really good play out in left field by Colton Miller. So after the leadoff walk, runner advanced to second, a strikeout and fly out, and now a runner at 3rd, 2 outs for Dane St. Clair. And now Curtis is coming out for North Medford. Special thanks to our sponsor, Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. You can visit them on West Harvard Avenue. So a pitching meeting happening right now gives me an opportunity to try to go down and plug in the other hotspot. Been a battle today with the Wi-Fi. So the pitching meeting breaks. One ball with no strikes. Pitch to St. Clair in the zone. 1-1. One pitch. St. Clair fouls it away. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Roseburg trying to stretch their lead to 2. 1-2. Taken low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. St. Clair fouls it off and stays alive. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Fouled off by St. Clair. It was a pitch up and away, and St. Clair just got a piece of it. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. St. Clair almost chased in the dirt. Ball got away from the catcher, but St. Clair is going to lay off, and he did lay off. The appeal went down to third, and the third base umpire said he did not go around. So switching over the Wi-Fi's right now, and hopefully that improves the video stream. 3-2 pitch. St. Clair flies it out towards left field. Stopping in his tracks and making the catch is Colton Miller out in left field for the final out. Indians get a leadoff walk. They leave 1 stranded at third. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. The score is 1-0 Roseburg. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning, it is still 1-0 Roseburg with the lead here at Jim Maccabee Field. Knight Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon. Been battling the Wi-Fi. A little bit chilly weather. Nonetheless, we're making it through, and hopefully after setting up the other hotspot, we have the Comrex, our device that we use to connect back to our studio in Roseburg to get over the air. That's on a different Wi-Fi than our computer now, and so hopefully that eases the traffic for our wireless or Wi-Fi connection. Special thanks to our sponsor, McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. You can stop by also on West Harvard Avenue. So Johnson returns to the mound for Roseburg. Right-handed Pitcher delivers a first pitch strike, 0-1. Johnson last inning allowed a leadoff double and then struck out 3 straight batters to end the inning. Stranded a runner at third as the 0-1 is popped in the air out towards center field. St. Clair makes the catch in dead center field for out number 1. Brings up Austin Warren. So Warren at the plate, third baseman, takes a pitch for a strike, 0-1. Warren 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Falls behind 0-2 as he fouls it off behind the plate. 1-0 Roseburg with the lead. Each team with 4 hits this afternoon, each team with an error. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, high. Fastball well above the zone. Out helmet high. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. By Bowers, the catcher, but he couldn't get the favorable call. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Johnson. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 9. As Johnson sits down Austin Warren. And it brings up the 9-hole hitter, Tate Snyder. 2 outs, nobody on in this 1-0 game. Roseburg with the lead. Pitch from Johnson. Breaks inside, and it's 1-0 to Snyder. Snyder struck out looking. That was a couple of innings ago in the 3rd. Now up for the 2nd time today, the 2nd time through the order for the Black Tornado. Snyder swings and misses. Now 1 ball and a strike. Indians leading 1-0. Pitch from Johnson. Check swing. He did not go around. Ooh. I thought he went around. He did not, according to the first base umpire. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch from Johnson. This time he did fully go around. Swings and misses. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. 2-2. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 10 for Johnson, as that'll do it for North Medford in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3 up, 3 down. We're now headed to the top of the 6th inning. Indians still leading 1-0. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball. You're on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty, and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Top of the 6th inning, still 1-0 the score. Each team with 4 hits this afternoon. First pitch misses. Now 1 ball and no strikes to Cal Robbins, leading things out for Roseburg. Takes a pitch from Daffron, a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. Top of the 6th inning, 1-0 Roseburg with the lead. Still hanging on to that 1-0 advantage after Robbins actually gave the Indians the lead in the 3rd. Cal takes a strike, 2-1. It was 3 straight hits with 2 outs, single to bring in a run for Roseburg, and since that point, they've led. Robbins grounds it right off of Coach Thompson, hit him right in the rear end. Coach tried to get out of the way and square on the butt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cal and Coach Thompson laugh that one off. 2-2. Called strike 3. Daffron gets a strikeout. That's his 4th strikeout. Gets a big cheer from the North Medford fans. So it now brings up Jake Johnson with 1 out, nobody on in this 1-0 ball game in the top of the 6th. Indians still leading. Pitch outside. 1-0. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Johnson. He's 0 for 2 today. Swings and fouls it away. 1-1. Johnson grounded out to short back in the 2nd and then grounded out to Daffron back in the 3rd. 1-1. Johnson fouls it off again, and now 1-2. So Jake excellent on the mound today, trying to find some success at the plate for the first time. 1-2 pitch. Johnson grounds it towards second, a high chopper. Leaping up is Snyder, the second baseman, and the throw to first base in time to get Johnson for out number 2. Tricky play for the second baseman, as it was a high chopper, and he had to certainly spring off his heels to catch that one. But he's able to field the grounder and throw it to first in time to retire Johnson for out number 2. 2 outs, nobody on, and now Luke Robbins will come up to the plate. Tim Sestair wanted to talk things over with Robbins real quick before he headed to the dish. So Robbins steps in the box. Daffron on the mound. First pitch grounded towards third, and it goes just left of the line. Foul. 0-1. Indians have not had a hit since the 3rd inning. They had 1 hit in the 2nd. It was Luke who had that hit. And then they had the 3 straight hits in the 3rd to take the lead. Since that point, just 1 base runner. It was the walk to Coleman last inning to lead things off. And after that point, Daffron settled in and was able to get out without allowing another run. Robbins flares it out towards right field. Making the catch in right field is Jake Payton for out number 3. So the Indians bring 3 to the plate. They all go down in order. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 1-0. Roseburg with the lead. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th here on 541radio.com and the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Welcome back to Jim McAbee Field. Knight Jarecki with you this afternoon. Special thanks to our sponsor, Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs, as well as Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. The Indians leading 1-0 as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Jake Johnson back to the bump. The right-hander who had an excellent performance against South Medford on Tuesday has probably had a better performance today against North Medford, and probably the biggest game of the season for Roseburg. A crucial game. If the Indians pull off a victory today, they'll leave today at least tied for a share of first place. So Easton Curtis will come up to the plate. Indians right now 8-3 in league play. North Medford at 7-3, and Sheldon is at 7-4. So I believe actually if the Indians at least win a game today, they'll end today at least in first place, maybe even sole possession. As Johnson fires in a strike, 0-1 to Easton Curtis, the leadoff hitter who's 0 for 2 today. Grounded to first and flew out to left field. The 0-1, Curtis jammed up, pops it up towards third. No play at third for Robbins, who was racing over there. Thought about lunging out, laying out his body, but decided to pull up, and it dropped about a couple of feet in front of him. So no balls and 2 strikes. Johnson with 10 strikeouts has an opportunity for number 11 right here. 0-2 pitch. Popped in the air, out of play towards the first base side. The Indians today in the first base dugout as the visiting team. North Medford in the third base dugout as the home team. No balls and 2 strikes. Johnson's pitch is outside, 1-2. Curtis, a .278 hitter this season. Committed to Lassen Community College. 1-2. Popped in the air out towards center field. St. Clair calls for it, circles under it, and squeezes the mitt for out number 1. So Dom Daffrin will come to the plate. Dom today a single and a strikeout. 1 out, nobody on in this 1-0 game. Trying to help himself out as he swings at the first pitch. It's a slow grounder to short. Sidearm throw from Burke over the head of Wirtz. A collision at first base, but it seems that Daffrin's okay as he hit the deck. Tried to get out of the way with Wirtz in the area. The throw got over the head of Wirtz, but the Indians back it up. And so a tough play, and it's going to go down as an error for Roseburg. It's the second error for Roseburg. So an E6, and now Brady Patterson to the plate. He doubled his last time up. So a runner at first, tying runner at first base. 1 out, Johnson's first pitch out of the stretch. It's down low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. And this happened in the first matchup. It was Roseburg leading early on in the 6th inning. North Medford got a runner aboard thanks to an error, and an unearned run came in. Johnson gets a strike called, 1-1. He's also hoping to avoid that this time through with the lead, just 1 run. 1 ball and 1 strike. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is Daffrin. One ball, 1 strike. Johnson dangles the arm, looks towards first, and now comes set. 1-1. Fouled away. 1-2. Prior to the error, Patterson at the plate was the last batter to reach base safely with that double. That was back in the 4th. Now 2 innings later, here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. Pitch from Johnson in the dirt. Try to get him to chase with the breaking ball. Patterson held up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss. His 11th strikeout. It's a season high for Jake Johnson. And now Mason Baker will come to the plate with a runner at first and 2 outs. What a pitching performance today by Jake Johnson. First pitch to Baker. Popped in the air, out of play towards the first base side. 0-1. Baker a walk and a strikeout this afternoon. Bottom of the 6th, a runner at first and 2 outs in a 1-0 game with Roseburg leading. The 0-1. Fastball in the zone for a strike. Johnson gets ahead, 0-2. Johnson looks towards first, wastes no time, comes set. Kicks and fires outside. Maybe rushed it a little bit. Good stop from behind the plate by Amos Bowers, who backhanded it, sliding on one knee towards the right of him, preventing the runner from advancing into scoring position. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Johnson's pitch. Fouled off by Baker. He stays alive. Mason second on the team in batting average. And are today hitting .327. 1-2. A little bit high. Throw down towards second base. A pretty good one from Bowers. The throw in time. The Indians get out of the jam as Daffrin is retired at second base for the final out. No runs, no hits, and error, and none left stranded. We're going to the 7th inning. Roseburg is still leading. It is 1-0 the score. You're on 541radio.com, and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Top of the 7th inning, it's Roseburg leading 1-0. Tanner Wirtz coming up to hit to lead things off here in the top of the 7th. Wirtz, A.J. Black, and Fletcher Coleman. First pitch swinging, and Wirtz lines it right to second base. Tate Snyder catches the line drive for out number 1. Dominic Daffrin still on the mound for North Medford. It's been a pitcher's duel today. Jake Johnson versus Daffrin, and it was Roseburg taking the lead in the 3rd inning. 3 straight singles with 2 outs, and that's been the only difference today. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. 0-1 to A.J. Black, who's 0 for 2 today. Ground out to third and a fly out to center field. 0-1 pitch. Cut on and miss. 0-2. Thank you for joining us this afternoon on The Score. 0-2 pitch. Grounder towards the left side. Fielding it is the shortstop Morgan. The throw to first base in time to retire A.J. Black for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down to begin this top of the 7th inning. Roseburg looking for any extra insurance before the bottom of the 7th, and in steps Fletcher Coleman. Special thanks to Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Shout out Amos Bowers, son of Bowers Industrial, of course. Great throw at the end of the bottom of the 6th inning to throw out a runner for the final out. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch to Coleman in the zone. 1-1 from Daffrin. Daffrin has 4 strikeouts today, just 1 walk. Has allowed 4 hits. Coleman fouls it away. 1-2. He has not allowed a hit since the 3rd inning. It was 1 hit in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and none since. 1-2. Fouled off by Coleman. Stays alive. So we'll do it again. 2 outs, nobody on in this 1-0 game. Here in the top of the 7th. 1-2 pitch. Coleman belts it deep towards right field. Giving chases Payton. He can't catch up to it. It drops right in front of him. Coleman heading over to second base, and he's there safely. That was some of the best pop we've seen all season from Fletcher Coleman. as the Indians get their 5th hit of the day and put a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Caden Austin. So Roseburg has an opportunity to double their lead here. Jake Johnson would certainly love the extra insurance if he can get it here in the top of the 7th before the bottom of the 7th. Austin takes down and away 1-0. Thought about offering but did not. It's going to be the meat of the order coming up for North Medford. Batters 4, 5, and 6. Mason Baker, Colton Miller, and Ben Morgan. 1-0 pitch. Austin cuts right through it. 1-1. Caden entered today batting .240. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Facing a really good pitcher in Dominic Daffrin as the throw goes back towards second. Tag a hair late by Ben Morgan, the shortstop. One ball and 1 strike. Pitch to Austin. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Two outs and a runner in scoring position. 1-2 pitch. Austin swings and fouls it back. Out of play. Chilly, overcast afternoon in the late spring here in Medford. 1-2 pitch. Austin grounds it towards third base. Backhanding it is Warren. The throw to first base retires Austin for the final out. Indians get a 2-out double. They leave a runner stranded at second. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. Indians trying to close it out. It is 1-0 the score, as close as it gets. We'll see if Jake Johnson can finish it out for his 2nd complete game of the week. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball. You're on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 4.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox.
Matt Miller. 2-2 pitch. Fastball popped in the air out towards left field. A.J. Black and Dane St. Clair in the area. St. Clair, the center fielder, calls him off and makes the catch for out number 2. So now Ben Morgan will come up to the plate. North Medford down to their final out here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 Roseburg with the lead. Jake Johnson has 11 strikeouts today, trying to finish the job. He threw 7 innings against South Medford on Tuesday, and the right-hander will wind and fire. First pitch, swing and a miss by Morgan, 0-1. Against South Medford on Tuesday, Johnson pitched the complete 7 innings, only allowed 3 hits. Swing and a miss by Morgan as Johnson gets ahead 0-2. He only had 3 strikeouts, no walks, with 1 earned run. No balls and 2 strikes. Johnson fires in a fastball. Ooh, just misses the zone. Maybe a little bit outside, maybe a little bit high. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Johnson winds, kicks and delivers. Looked at, and it misses outside, 2-2. Black Tornado down to their final strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson's pitch. Called strike 3. Indians win. Jake Johnson, complete game shutout. 12 strikeouts for the right-hander, and the Indians win game number 1, 1-0. What a performance by Jake Johnson, as the right-hander goes the distance for the 2nd time this week, and he picks up his 6th win of the season. Roseburg wins game number 1 with the final score of 1-0. A heck of a ball game here in North Medford. That game flew right by. Total time was 1 hour and 32 minutes. As the Indians win this one at 1:30 to complete the game. Got the post-game show coming up. Stick around, 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up before turning things over for game number 2. Indians win game number 1, a big one for the Indians as they remain in first place in the Southwest Conference. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, wrap this one up, and then have a special little in-between segment in between games here on 541radio.com and The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Game number 1 is in the books. Roseburg wins it 1-0. What a game. We knew going into it was going to be a pitcher's duel between Dominic Daffron and Jake Johnson, and we certainly got it. In game number 1, both pitchers went the distance, throwing 7 innings. The only difference was the 3rd inning. Roseburg with 2 outs after Fletcher Coleman lined out to left field and Caden Austin struck out looking. It was 3 straight hits. Paxton Burke, Dane St. Clair, and Cal Robbins. Single to bring in the game's only run as the Indians had a 2-out rally in the 3rd and were able to pull it off 1-0 thanks to excellent pitching by Jake Johnson. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, only 1 walk, and 12 strikeouts. The season-high 12 strikeouts for Jake Johnson in game number 1. On the week, though, if you combine the 2 performances, one against South Medford and the other against North Medford, Johnson threw a total of 14 innings, allowed a total of 7 hits, and only 1 earned run with 15 strikeouts and 1 walk. In an incredible week for Jake Johnson. He might be the 6A pitcher of the week by the end of this week. Who knows? He certainly deserves it in my book. To beat North and South on the road and to have 12 strikeouts in a game, pretty good stuff for Jake Johnson. A complete game shutout for him. Indians offensively, they only had 5 hits. Cal Robbins, St. Clair, and Burke each having the hits in the third. Luke Robbins had a single in the second, and Fletcher Coleman had the double in the 7th inning. For North Medford, you had Brady Patterson collect a double. Dominic Daffron had a hit. Mason Baker walked in the effort. Colton Miller singled. Cade Pedersen had a single. And that was it offensively for North Medford. Not a lot going for them. Story, of course, was Jake Johnson throwing 7 innings with the 12 strikeouts. Roseburg wins it 1-0 in game number 1. Game number 2 coming up in about 24 minutes or so. Hopefully looking like a on-time 2 p.m. start. But the Indians win this one 1-0. If you're watching online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score, we thank you for bearing with us this afternoon. We've been battling tough Wi-Fi. We're hoping to firm things up for game number 2. Hopefully it's a little bit smoother in game number 2. But if you're not, head over to our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score, and hit subscribe. You can stay up to date with all things Roseburg High School sports as we live stream every Roseburg High School baseball game here on The Score. Got some fans asking if we will be making the trip to Salem on Wednesday, and the answer is yes, we will be making the trip to Salem on Wednesday. Makeup game from the very first game of the year that was supposed to happen for Roseburg at West Salem. It got rained out, and they're making it up this week, which is why Roseburg is actually a game ahead of everybody, or a game behind, I should say. I was right, a game ahead, as Roseburg is now 9-3 in league play. North Medford is 7-4, so a game and a half ahead of North Medford right now. There's also Willamette at South Eugene happening right now. Willamette, they are currently leading 7-1 in the top of the 5th against South Eugene. Sheldon is at South Medford right now. So we'll see what happens in that game. So with that being said, we'll stop the live stream for game number 1, and then we'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back from this 2-minute timeout, we'll have a special Phil segment. No Joey this week for the Phil segment, but I am there to try to catch you up on all things that happened in Douglas County athletics yesterday, and keep you updated on what's also happening across the Southwest Conference. And then I did a little bit of an Immaculate Grid, the Immaculate Grid for today. You can listen to me try to figure that one out. I think it's about 12 minutes or so. So, 1-0, Roseburg wins game number 1 thanks to excellent pitching from Jake Johnson. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we return, it's that Phil segment here on 541radio.com and The Score, 92.3 FM.